Hi guys, all of you good evening. Guys, welcome back to DevOps class 14th one and Git class 2. Guys, in last class we have discussed about that how to install Git and how to set the path, and we have discussed about that Git installation methods. Yes, one is the yum install Git and another one is the by downloading that tar.gz package and extracting that and installing that prerequisites for the package. After that, yes, compiling and executing that package. Okay, guys. Next, in today's class, in today's class, in last class, in last class,
Ravi, before that, I have one doubt.
yes, yes,
Since we had discussed whatever the package we are installing through yum install package name, that should be update the latest version. Why Git is not happening?
uh, so what is the reason for not getting latest version? Am I correct?
Yeah, correct. Yeah, yes.
Yes, I think already we have
Through yum update.
yes,
Through yum.
I think already we have discussed some in the deep level. So the reason for not getting that, whatever we are having, whenever you apply this command yum install, whenever you apply this command goes to this Linux, this operating system backup servers. This Linux operating system developers are maintaining another server remotely in the globe. So they are not having updated version in their servers. So whatever we are going to getting that the version, those versions only they are maintaining in the their M repository server. Whenever you apply this command, it goes to that server. It goes to that server. So whatever the package is available in their server, that package only will come here. Okay, they are not having updated one. They are not having latest version of the packages, and they are maintaining the particular version to particular operating system version. If you go to that or that 8, Rocky Linux, if you go to Rocky Linux 8, yes, you will get 7.8. Rocky Linux 8. Maybe you will get to 2.32 point something. 2.32 point something version you will get. If you go to CentOS 7, you will get to 2.8 point something version. If you go to CentOS, yes, you will get to 2.8 point something version. Okay, like that they are maintaining like that. But for this time, this Rocky Linux organizers are having that 2.40 point something. Yes, no, 40 or 39 point something. Okay, guys. But if you want to get the latest one, you should follow the previous instructions. I mean that the previous what we have discussed in the previous class. You need to follow those steps. Okay, guys. That's the reason. Okay. Now, you got it now?
Yeah, Ravi.
Okay. Now, see guys, this is the local mission. This is the local mission we have installed in this mission. Okay, this is the Rocky Linux server. In this server, we have installed Git client software. Git client software. So it's mean that Git interface. We have installed Git interface software. So just imagine it. If you are the programmer, or if you are the DevOps engineer, or whatever it may be, maybe if you are belongs to web developer, imagine it. If you are the document writer, okay. So whatever it may be, just imagine it. Just imagine anyone. Okay, I am feeling that I am the DevOps engineer. Okay, in my case, I am feeling that I am the DevOps engineer. As a DevOps engineer, we are having lot of concepts to set up end-to-end DevOps environment, to work with the DevOps environment. For example, yes, I need some servers. Yes, I'm going to writing one document for each and every server configuration. I'm going to writing one document, either Word format or a text format or something that. So after that, so I'm going to writing some documentation on that server's details, server IP addresses and the installations and the configuration steps. In the next document, yes, I'm going to collecting list of softwares to install and configure. And next, in the next document, if I want to configure user management or file management or package management or scheduling, yes, I'm going to writing another document. After writing the document, as a responsible person, we need to upload these all documents to in the client document location. Yes, we need to share these documents with the remaining team. Okay, that's mandatory. So where I can upload these documents, where I can put those documents, we can't put in the public domain. We can't put these documents in the public domain. Yes, we need to maintain one private registry. Client's private registry, we need to maintain that. So that reason, yes, the client is saying that, yes, we are having one server. We are having one centralized server. Yes, you can use these guys. Yes, client is saying that to employees, guys, this is our public repository. I mean that our private repository, private server, to maintain all our documentations, coding, blah, blah, everything. Yes, you can store it here. Yes. Now the programmers, what they are doing? Yes, programmers are doing, yes, forget about the programmers. In my case, I am the DevOps engineer. Yes, here we are going to creating one repository in the GitHub server. Yes, we are going to creating one repository for our project. Yes, we are going to storing all this documentation into this server. Okay. So this is my client machine. This is my laptop. Our build server, our Ansible controller, our Kubernetes controller, our Docker engine. Okay. So what we are doing that, yes, we have installed Git here. Now what we have to do, we need to upload the documents or files. Okay. Whatever we are having with us, yes, we need to upload this all into this public, I mean that remote repository. So public repository means for our client employees only, access. Okay, other than our client employees, okay, there is no chance to access that repository or that server. Only our client employees only can access that server. Got it, guys? Now what we are doing that, so we need to configure this GitHub server, and we need to create repository. We need to create that repository. For example, just imagine it. I have some files. This is the one document. Yes, I have prepared one document for installing Git. This is one document for installing latest version of Git. If I want to share with other employees or other team, okay, so we are not doing that by sharing that by mail or pen drive or something that. Okay, if you want to put in centralized server, what we have to do, we need to create one document format in file format. After that, we need to upload this document into that centralized server. How we can? Yes, guys. First of all, the prerequisites we should have that. Yes, for Git and GitHub configuration. Guys, here we are using. Here we don't have that our public server. Sorry, our private server we don't have. So for this time, we are going to using open source public repository. So that is calling as a github.com. Okay, guys, we are using github.com. Okay, so in this server, this is the public server. Here, yes, we are having both. Here we are having that private and public. We are having that. Yes, we can create public repository and we can create private repository. If you are going to using private, you have to pay some amount per month. Okay, guys, depends on their condition. Now what next? Yes, in this GitHub server, we are going to creating one repository. One repository. After that, need to be cloned that repository. Clone to our local Git interface or Git mission. Okay, now what is that? Git lab or desktop or tab or okay server. So whatever it may be. Okay, yes, you can. But whenever you are going to cloning that repository into our local mission from remote to local, for that time we should have Git in our local mission. Okay, guys. Now, so we are doing this concept. Now, prerequisites. What are the prerequisites? Yes, one. Okay, one lab or desktop or tab or server. Next to two. Okay, one mail ID. Okay, guys. Next to internet required. Okay, guys. Next one mobile also. Maybe we'll get one. We'll get code for mobile. No, not required. I think no need. If you are going to creating mail ID for this time, you should have mobile. Okay, guys. Next. Okay, internet. And next GitHub server. Next, create Git repository. Next, okay, in local mission generate SSH key. Next, okay, take that key and put into the GitHub repository. Next, choose SSH a link. Yes, copy link and come to local mission. Yes, local mission laptop or desktop or tab or whatever it may be. Okay, yes, local mission. Yes, apply that git clone. Yes, remote GitHub URL. Okay, guys. Now enter into that cloned URL. Then create file or files. Then okay, add the files, commit the files, and push the files into GitHub repository. Okay, this is the task, guys. This is the task, today's task. We are doing this. Okay, today we are doing this one. after configuring this. Okay guys, already we are having one mission. This is my server. Just imagine it, our laptop or a desktop, whatever it may be. This is my server. Now what we are doing, that we are going to creating one mail ID. Guys, if you don't have mail ID, yes, from scratch guys, I'm showing that. From scratch I'm showing you. Yes, create one new. Okay. Yes, create a new account. Yes, for my personal use. Yes, CloudGen. Yes. Okay. Yes, CloudGen. 11 CG 11. Just I'm going to creating this one guys. Yes, so already at least 6 characters. CloudGen 11. So already taken. Yes, 0 11. Okay guys, now yes.
Basically, we need one Gmail ID.
Yes, sorry, come again.
Basically, we need one Gmail ID.
Yes, we should anyone
Even
mail ID.
once we enter to the organization, also
No,
we can use that Gmail ID. No,
no, company will provide.
it's an official email ID.
Yes, official mail ID. Okay, you need to configure on that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay guys, successfully we have one mail ID. Now this is my mail ID. Okay, now step. So this one over, this two over, and this one also over. Okay, next, now we are going to creating GitHub user. Now we are going to creating one GitHub user. So how we can, yes, be inside this browser. Yes, github.com. Yes, this is the page, github.com. Yes, click on that sign in. Yes, sorry, not sign in, no. Click on that sign up. If you have already account, yes, you can use that. Just click on that sign up. Now come here. Yes, use this one. Click on this Gmail, or else yes, select this, copy this one. Yes, now come here. Yes, paste here. Next, click on that continue. Yes, the password should be one lowercase, uppercase, special character, and a number. Uppercase, lowercase, special character, number. Okay. Yes, guys. Then only you will get. Otherwise, you will not get. Of course, some guys will face that issue while creating this GitHub account. Okay, especially on this password. Next, guys, click on that continue. Yes, username. Which name you want that? In the GitHub user. Yes. CloudGen 11 I'm going to creating. See guys, it's available. You need to check this one. Here only you can see that if it is not available, you need to change that username. Just click on that continue. Next, if you want to get updates from the GitHub, yes, you can apply that Y, or else you can apply that no. Click on that continue. Next, so you'll get one puzzle. Yes, click on this one, verify. See guys, you need to, yes, now submit. You'll get some more. Yes, only one we got. Okay, thanks guys. Okay. Okay. Create account. Of course, some guys will get 2 or 3 or 4 times. Okay, guys, if you want to save that password, yes, you can save, and you will get one mail from the GitHub verification mail, and you will get 8-digit ID. Yes, copy this one and paste. Just apply here. Just wait. Automatically. Yes, now guys. So GitHub organization collecting some information from you, that yes, about your team and the size. Just I am selecting that 50 plus. Yes, what about you? Are you a student or a teacher or whatever it may be? Just I am saying that a student, or else not. Okay. Okay. Yes, you can say anyone, but you can't. You don't take that teacher. If you take the teacher, it will ask that number of details and the proofs also. Okay, guys, you need to be submitted. So don't take that. Okay, click on that continue. Next, select. Yes, see guys, what specific features you are interested in using. Yes, collaborative coding I'm using, and automation CI/CD I'm using, security purpose I'm using, security code I'm using, and okay, yes, enterprise security, LDAP, okay, SAML, IPLO list, GitHub Connect, like that. So many we are having. Next, client apps we are using, project management purpose we are using, and team administration purpose we are using. Yes, finally community. Yes, select this one, click on that continue. Yes guys, now see guys, GitHub Pro, and it's a free and Pro. You have to pay some amount, guys. If you are choosing this one, you have to pay some amount. Otherwise, just click on continue for free. But the difference between Pro and public, whatever you are going to uploading data nothing but in file format or video format or audio format or image format, whatever it may be. Okay, by default everyone can see in the world. Whenever they are applying that keyword in the search engines, automatically this GitHub will respond to them, and immediately it will share this all public repositories to that person. Okay guys, so that reason be careful here. You should not upload your personal information like that Aadhaar, PAN or something to our document, personal information. Okay guys, be careful here. Now we are going to creating repository, guys. So successfully we have created GitHub user. Okay, this one also over. Now GitHub repository creation. So repository nothing but one one block. For example, if you go to any one public godown, okay, public godown means, for example, I saw that n number of times. Okay, my father-in-law and some other, okay, my relatives, they're maintaining that whatever they got that crop, okay, immediately they are not selling that crop. Okay, they are waiting for one best price, but best selling price. Until that they will wait. So until that, where they are putting this material, whatever they got crop from the field, they are putting in some public godowns for on rental basis. Okay, on that rental basis, yes, that who are going to managing or organizing that godown organizer, they are providing some space. They are providing some space, installing as a one block. Yes, they are giving one space. We are putting all our items in all our items in what they have provided in that place. Okay, guys. Here also GitHub organization providing n number of repositories. You can create n number of repositories. You can store whatever you want inside that particular repository. One user can create one or more repositories. One user can create one or more repositories. Now what we are doing, that we are going to creating one repository. Yes, guys. By it's taking that private, but it won't give that private. Yes, by default it will select that public only. See, guys, this is one option: create new repository. Create new repository, or else you can click on here also, create new repository. You can choose anyone. You can choose anyone. Click on this one, create new repository. See, guys, about this information. This is the username. This is the login username. Next time, whenever you want to log in into this GitHub user, yes, keep in mind this is the username, or else whatever we have given the mail ID for creating this user. Okay, note that point. Note that mail ID and this username and its password. And while creating GitHub user account, you should not give that original Gmail password. Guys, keep in mind, you should not give that original Gmail password. Just change that password. Okay, you can take or you can choose different password for creating GitHub user account. Don't forget it. Okay, for avoiding misusing. Okay, guys. Now, first time we are going to creating one new repository. Yes, DevOps project 1. So we are going to creating DevOps project 1. Next, see, guys, by default it's selected public. By default it's selected public. Okay. Next, while creating this repository, whenever you are going to creating that repository, guys, you should not forget selecting about this one. Okay. You should not forget about selecting this one. If you forget about this one, you have to create with 5 to 10 steps with additionally. A little bit you will get some confusion. So that reason, if you want to create easily, okay, yes, you should select this one. Add a README file. Okay, guys. Now finally click on the create repository. Leave that remaining all are default. Okay, click on the create repository. See, guys, successfully we have created one repository. Yes, this one over. This one over. Next, in local mission, generate SSH key in local mission. Local mission mean, guys, here we are having remote and local. Guys, keep in mind. Of course, in future classes, so I'll call that this is the remote. Whenever the cursor is located in the GitHub, whenever we are seeing that cursor in the GitHub or this page, it's mean we are in remote right now. Right now we are in remote. Now see, guys, now we are in local. This is our local server. This is our local server, either Windows or laptop, Windows or desktop or Windows desktop or Windows server or Linux desktop or Linux server or tab, whatever it may be. This is the local machine where we have installed the Git software. Here we have installed Git software. This machine calling as a local machine. Now, what we are doing that we are going to creating SSH key. We are going to generating SSH key in the local machine. Okay, secure login or secure shell, guys. SSH means secure login or secure shell key. We need to generate that key by applying that key. Now, guys, we are going to generating that key. So before generating that, make sure that is it already generated or not. Okay, find that key, is it generated or not. Okay, ll space / root dot ssh. See, guys, here we don't have any kind of files inside this dot ssh. If we are having that keys, in the SSH directory, yes, we can see those keys, guys. Now we are going to generating SSH keys, guys. I think this is not right time to discuss much more about this key, because we are having another concept, because we need to be discussed much more in depth on this concept. This belongs to Linux, not belongs to Git. This SSH key belongs to Linux concept, not belongs to Git. But whenever you want to clone that repository from remote to local, we should have that key. Okay, guys. For that reason, we are going to generating that key. Now, at present, we don't have that key. Now, SSH-key gen. SSH-key gen. This is the command to generate SSH keys. So, by applying this command, we will get two keys. One is the private key and one is the public key. By applying this command, we will get two keys. One is the private, one is the public. Okay, let me create. Now hit the enter. Just wait for a few seconds. Now again hit the enter. Again hit the enter. Okay. Successfully we have created two keys. One is the id underscore rsa dot pub and one is the id underscore rsa. This is the private key. And this is the public key. id underscore rsa dot pub. Pub means public. Now I am applying the same command again. See, guys. These two keys are located in the .ssh directory. That .ssh directory located in the root. That root located in the slash. Now we are opening that file. Which one calling as a public key? Okay, now which one? We are having that public key. We are opening that key. Yes, cat space. Where is located? / root dot ssh id underscore rsa dot pub. Now hit the enter. Okay, guys. Yes, let me check that host name. Yes, we kept that name. Linux. The name of the server is, this host name is Linux. Now, guys, without missing any single character from this key, yes, start here. Yes, come here. Without missing any single character from beginning to ending. Select this one and come to GitHub server and click on that GitHub repository. This is the repository. DevOps project 1 is the repository. In the repository location, you can see that settings. Click on this settings and you can list, or you can see here left side that deploy keys. Click on this one, deploy keys, and add deploy key. Yes, now in the key location, paste here, and you can name anyone. What is that? Linux Git server. Just I am naming that key. Okay. Next, you should accept this one. Okay, otherwise you can't push the files from local to remote. Yes, select this one and click on that add key. Click on that add key. See guys, finally we have created. And note, very, very important. For one user, we can add only one repository. As a single user, as a one user, we can access only one repository with one key. If you want to add to this key one more repository, yes, this GitHub repository should not accept that, guys. Okay, now. So finally, successfully we have created and we have generated that key and shared into this repository. Yes. These two are also over. Yes, we have taken that key and put into the GitHub repository. Yes. Now, eighth one. So what we are doing that? Yes, now come here, click on this repository. Now you can click on that code. Now find that SSH. See guys. So already we have written that SSH link, choose SSH link. Okay. Now come here, click on this one, copy this one. Now come to local mission. Yes. Copy link, come to local mission. Now we are in the local mission. Now move to /opt. Move to /opt ll. See guys. Now git clone space your copied URL, paste here. If everything fine, yes, we will get successful clone link. Okay guys, yes, apply here. You should apply that yes command if you want to continue with that repository cloning. Yes, successfully cloned that. Now you can see that, guys. 1 minute. Yes, successfully we cloned that repository from remote to local. Yes, this one also over. Now, okay, we are entering into this, guys. Now keep in mind. Now see, this is also directory. This is one directory. Yes or no? What about this one? What about that one? That is also directory. Keep in mind, guys. You need to think in two ways. You need to act as a Linux user and you need to act as a Git user. Guys, you got it now? You need to think on Linux manner and you need to think on Git manner. Okay, we should have these two senses. In Linux operating system, it's calling as a directory. In operating system format, it's calling as a directory. Okay. In Git format, yes, we need to understand it's a repository. For only Linux users who are working as a Linux user, who are having that Linux knowledge, those guys can understand only, yes, that's the directory. Yes, who are having that knowledge and experience working with the Git commands, those guys can understand easily. Those guys can understand easily. Yes, once we enter into that, see guys. Okay, yes, Git branch. Whenever you apply this command, you will get. And come back, ll, yes, cd, git. Yes, you can apply that same command. Git branch. See, now guys, one more important concept. Whenever you are outside the Git repository, knowingly, unknowingly, okay, if you apply that command git or anyone, okay, whenever you apply that git command, git branch or git version or something like that, related to repository commands. So you will get you will get this kind of note from the mission. Yes, now it's saying that not a Git repository. Wherever we are in that directory is not a related to Git. The same command, yes, ll cd. See guys, you can apply that Git branch. Keep in mind. Okay, whenever you apply that Git status, see. Okay, right now we are in Git repository. Whenever you are outside that repository, you will get this message pattern, not a Git repository. Keep in mind, guys. Whenever you get this answer, immediately note that point. Okay, from your brain. Okay, get that note point. Yes, we are not inside that repository. It means we are not inside that repository. We didn't select that proper repository. Okay, you need to change that directory. I mean that need to change that repository. Now, cd. Yes, after cloning, yes, apply that ll command. Yes, we will see that cloned repository along with local files and directories. We'll see that cloned repository along with the local files and directories. See guys, this is the file, this is the local directory, and this is the cloned directory. Cloned repository in Git format, cloned repository. Okay guys, now we need to enter into that directory or repository. Yes, apply that cd cloned URL or cloned repository. Cloned repository. Yes. Next. Okay, cd. Yes. Now we are inside this repository. We are inside this repository. Now you can then create the files. Okay. Now what we are doing that? So we are going to creating a file. Already we are having here. Yes, here we are having some content. This content belongs to for installing Git on Rocky Linux. Copy these steps. Next, move to Linux mission. Yes, VAM Git install steps .sh. Okay guys, it's not a shell, but we are putting in shell format or else MD metadata. MD means metadata. Yes. Now apply that insert button. I think you are familiar with these commands, VA and VAM commands. Don't forget about this one. Okay guys, next apply that. See guys, these are the steps to install Git. Now escape, shift to colon WQ. Guys, now as a package manager, as a software installer, okay, we have created some steps in one file. Okay, as a Linux administrator, I have created some steps in one file format. Now if I want to centralize or else if I want to share with the remaining team members, how can I share this one? Yes, we can't share by mail or something, that pen drive or something like that. We should put into our company centralized server, our client project centralized server. Okay guys, how I can put that? Now we need to process the below steps. What we are doing that now? Just now we have created one file, guys. Now you can apply that ll command. So this is the file. Coming to this one, yes, while creating repository, we have chosen that add a readme file. Yes, that time I told that yes, you should not forget about selecting this one. If you forget this one, you will be in trouble, or else you need to be created with 5 to 5 to 10 more steps additionally. Okay, maybe by following those steps you will get some issues. Maybe or may not, we will not create successfully one repository. So that reason, so I said that okay, you should select this, add a readme file. So nothing inside that readme file, just whatever we are having that repository name, cat readme file. Only we will get that repository name. See guys, this is the repository name. That's the repository. Inside that file, nothing is there. Just only the repository name only we are having. Now coming to this one, this is the our file. This is our file. Now we are working with Git. Now we are working with Git. See guys, in local we have created one file. In local we have created one file. Now we need to put that file in this public or remote repository. We need to put that file in the remote repository. Yes, now the process will start. Now guys, keep in mind, now Git commands will start. Now Git commands will start. Yes, what is the command to know Git version? Git space hyphen version. Okay guys. Next, second one, git clone space URL of the GitHub repository. Okay, for example, okay, yes, this is the syntax. Yes, clone command, yes, syntax, yes, git clone URL of the GitHub repository. Yes, for example, just you can yes take this one, copy this one and paste here, but you should have that SSH key, otherwise you can't. Yes, git clone, yes, that. Guys, we are discussing on Linux mission. If I want to do on the Windows mission, if anyone asks that question, can I follow the same steps on Windows also? If you ask this question, that's not correct. These steps are not correct to set up Git on your local Windows desktop machine. Okay, you need not to follow these much steps. That's very simple. Within the 2 to 5 steps, we can finish that. Okay, guys. In tomorrow's session, I'll show that how to install and configure Git on your Windows machine. Okay, guys. But we are working on Linux mission right now. Now, guys, yes, we clone that repository. Now, yes, guys, keep in mind here, we are working with Linux commands and Git commands. Guys, keep in mind, we are working with Linux commands and Git commands here. So for where we are using Linux commands, where we are using Git commands, guys, keep in mind, whenever you want to create a file, modify a file, update a file, moving a file, copying a file, yes, we are using Linux commands. And deleting a file also. We are using file creation, file modify, file update, file moving, file copying, and file deleting. In these cases only we are using Linux commands. At the same time, yes, you can on directory also. Directory creation, moving, copying, deleting, renaming. We are using Linux command. So whenever you want to send the file from local to remote, that time we are using Git commands. Next, guys, I'll tell that Git hierarchy, how it is. See, guys, this is the GitHub server. Hub mean Hub mean bulk storage, bulk. Okay. Now, inside this GitHub server, so we are having users. So these are the users. One GitHub server can contain one or more user. Yes. These are the users. Yes, users are inside. Users are inside GitHub server. You can choose anyone. Just I'm saying some examples. Users are inside GitHub server. Okay, guys. Now, coming to yes, repository. Repositories. Repositories are inside. Repositories are inside user. Users are having repositories. Guys, you can choose anyone, not only this one, just example purpose I am choosing. Yes, you can choose. One user can contain one or more repositories. We can create one or more repositories in one user account. Okay, guys. Now, these repositories are having branches. Every repository should have one or more branches. By default, we are having one branch. By default, we are having one branch. Okay, guys. We can create a number of branches. Of course, we are having one branching strategy concept. That's very important. So we will discuss later on that time. So guys, one repository can contain one or more repositories. Just I'm taking one repository. The same repository also may be having that. By default, every repository by default, it will give one branch. That's calling as a main. That's calling as a main. Yes, coming to branches. Yes, every branch having files or folders. Files are folders. Okay, guys. What happening? Huh? Okay, guys. We are working with as a Git user. As a Git user, we are working with files and directories. So maybe the file format in document format or PDF format or image format or audio format or video format in any one mode. Okay, guys, this is the process. Now we are inside this branch. Keep in mind, guys, while creating a repository, we are not going to creating a branch. We are not going to creating a branch. By default, we are getting one branch that's calling as a main branch. That's calling as a main branch. Of course, if you join in the company, if they are using GitHub account, if that GitHub account created before 2020 September or October, if that user account created, and that user having that repository immediately, okay, before 2020 August or September, you can see the branch name is master. Branch name is master. So from 2020 September, GitHub organization providing branch name is main. It's providing the name of main. Okay, by default we are getting one branch. Now you can see, guys, we are inside that repository. Yes, git branch. Git branch is a command. That command used to list all existing branches in the present working repository. Okay, guys. Present working repository. PWR. Present working repository. See, guys, we didn't create that. In the remote, you can see here. This is the branch. This is the branch by default. See, guys, only one branch we are having. Only one branch. Here also you can see that one branch. By default, we are getting one branch. And by default, we are getting one file. While creating a repository, if you are choosing that file, add a readme file. Okay, inside that file, this is the name. This is the content inside this file, guys. This is the simple GitHub repository creation and cloning. Next, coming to next one. Yes, then add the file. Yes, where we need to add this file? Guys, one more concept. See, guys, this is the remote repository. Imagine it. GitHub user. Inside this GitHub user, we are having some repositories, one or more repositories. Of course, for this time we are having only one repository. Yes, a repo, DevOps project or something. I think we have created with the name of DevOps project 1. Now this is the repository inside this GitHub. Now this is our local mission. Inside this local mission, okay, we cloned that repository. We cloned this repository from remote to local. Imagine it. This is the repository now. This is the repository. The name is DevOps Project 1. DevOps Project 1. Guys, please keep in mute. Please. Project 1. This is the cloned repository. Now you can see here, guys. Yes, PWD. This is the repository name. Now we are inside this repository. Guys, this repository having 3 virtual layers. We can't see that in file format or in any one directive format. In any file format or any directive format, we can't see. If apply that LL command or LS command like that. But we can understand, we can see by applying that git status commands. By applying that git commands, we can see, or we can understand, we can recognize those virtual layers. One is working directory. Guys, please keep in mute. Okay. Working directory. And another one, staging or index. and another one local committee. Local committee. Guys, keep in mind. Okay, these are the virtual layers inside this cloned repository. Inside this repository, we are having these three. Guys, keep in mind. By Linux commands or by operating system commands? By Linux commands or operating system commands. Those commands are yes, one, create, next, yes, create, copy, move, delete, and rename. Okay, guys. Yes. File or directory. File or directory. Yes. Whenever you are going to creating a file or directory by using Linux command. Okay. By using copying command, file or directory, moving, next deleting, and renaming. Whenever you are doing these actions, whenever you are performing these actions, automatically those changes comes into where? Working directory. Those changes comes into working directory. Whenever you create a new file, whenever you modify a file, whenever you delete a file, okay, whenever you rename the file, those changes comes into the working directory. Okay, guys. In working directory, keep in mind, we are having three types of files. One modified, two deleted, three untracked. Okay, in working directory, we can see one modified, another one deleted, and another one untracked files. Guys, keep in mind, these all files we can see in red color. Whenever you are seeing those files, whenever you are seeing red color files, those files are located in working directory. Now, already right now we are having one file. Now you can apply that git status. Git status is a command. Yes, example, now cd. Already I told that. Yes, we will work with Linux commands and Git commands. Git commands. Coming to Linux commands, already we have discussed about those commands. We have discussed. Okay, guys. File creation, file deletion, file moving, file copying, file editing, file renaming. We have discussed, guys. Yes or no? Have we discussed about that renaming the file? I think I didn't. I think we didn't discuss about that renaming the file. Okay. Just let me show you that how to rename the file. LL, yes, touch Java. Okay. Touch Java. I think already we have discussed MV command. Okay. Yes, LL.
Yes.
MV space. Yes. MV space old file name, existing file name space, new file name, Java project. Now you can see, guys. This is the command. Like this, we can rename that. Okay. Now, after entering into that cloned repository, yes, apply that LL command. LL. Yes, you will get one file. You will see one file with the name of readme.md. MD mean metadata. Okay, guys. Now, Git status. Now, your task will start. Git. Okay, Git status. Yes. This is the command, and it used for to see the status of working tree. Working tree. Okay. Next. Working tree equals to working directory plus working directory plus staging. Whenever you apply that command, git status command, that command moves to both locations. Whenever you apply that git status command, that command goes to working directory and staging. Git status command. Yes. So whenever you apply that command, for the time, if both locations are having files, if both locations mean working directory having the file, if the staging having files, it will send that response to git status command. If the working directory having files, we can see in the red color. If the working directory having files, okay, we can see in the red color. By the same command, for the same command, if the staging having files, we can see in green color. If the staging having files, we can see in green color. So for this time, we are not seeing that green color files. What is the reason for not seeing that? Just now we have cloned this repository. Just now we have entered into this repository. Just now we have created two files. Totally we are having 3 files. Note that point. You have to think logically a little bit. See, guys, here total 3 files we are having, but we are seeing only 2 files. The reason for not seeing that readme.md. Guys, note that point. Whatever we are having files in the committing, area, those files should not respond to git status command. By the git status command, we can see committed files. Which files are located in the committing area? Those files should not respond to git status command. Got it now? Only which files are located in working directory and staging, those files only will respond to git status command. So that reason we are not seeing that readme.md, but the file is there. But we are not seeing that green color file. Of course, there is one reason. The reason is we didn't add the file to staging area. Yes, why we need to add the file to staging area? guys, keep in mind, we can't send the files from local working directory to remote. There is no chance to Git not providing that facility to to send the files from local working directory to remote. Same time, we can't send the files from local staging to remote. We can't send the files. Okay. We can't send the files from local working directory and local staging area to remote. So that reason, what we have to do, first you need to add the file from local working directory to local staging, local working directory to local staging. Then you need to commit the file. You need to send the file local staging to local committing. Local staging to local committing. Then you can send the files from local committing to remote repository. Remote repository. Then only we can send that. Until that we can't send that. Not that one. That's a fix. That is the fix. Okay, guys. You can send the file. Now, what you have to do if you want to send the file from local committing to remote? Yes, that local committing should have the files, should have the changes. Now, at present it's not having any file, nothing but any changes. It's not having that. Of course, it's having that readme.md. We will discuss that. We will discuss in next class. But for this time, the local committing not having any kind of changes. Not having any kind of changes. Now the local working tree having some changes. That changes are located in the working directory. Now what we are doing that git add space. Yes, next. Git add is a command. This is the command, and it used for to add the file from working directory to staging area or index. Staging area or index. Okay, guys. Now, got it now? Yes. Now what we are doing? Git add space file name. Syntax 1. Yes. Git add space file name. Yes. By this command, we can add only one file at a time. Only one file at a time. Next. What is that? Yes, example. Yes, we'll bring here. Yes, now git add space, for example, git install step.md. Now you can see that git status. Okay, after adding into staging, if you apply that git status command, you can see green color. Already I told that whenever we are seeing that green color files, those files are located into staging. Okay, guys. Now, git add space file name. Okay, guys. Before adding this, we apply that ll command. Those files are located in. Just wait, guys. Just wait. Okay, guys. Yes, I'll show you practically. Yes, see, guys. This is the command git status and ll. So now we are seeing in red color. Now Okay, now we are going to adding this file from working directory to staging. Next, git add, git install. Yes, after adding that git status. See guys, after adding, now yes, see guys, this is the before adding. Yes, we are seeing these files in untracked list. See guys, untracked files. Note that point, fix it. Strongly fix it even in your brain. Whenever we are seeing that untracked files, those files are very new files to this repository. Very new to this repository. Note that point. Now, just now we have added this file to staging area. After adding, we are seeing in green color. Now, see guys, after adding, if you observe this one, untracked files, only one file inside this untracked. Now, okay. So what we are doing that? Why now we are going to committing this file. I mean that I am sending to committing area. I'm sending to committing. Yes. Now, if you want to see that in the remote also, you can see that. Just refresh this one. See, still no changes in the remote because that command works in the local only, not to local to remote. Now come here. Now git status. Now what we are doing that? We are going to committing the yes. Now git commit. Git commit. Of course, there are a lot of syntaxes and examples we'll discuss in tomorrow's class. Git commit. Git commit is a command. This is the command and used for to commit or to send the file into local committing area. Local committing area. Now git commit, guys, be careful here. Syntax git commit -m mean message. This mandatory. Git commit -m within the single quotes or within the double quote. You should write any one message. That's a relevant message or irrelevant, whatever it may be. But whenever you are going to committing, that commit should have one message, either relevant or irrelevant message. That message in single quotes or double quotes. But it's the common. It is the common. You should follow this. You should follow this one. Git commit -m within the single quotes or double quotes. Yes, what is that? Yes, a test message. Right now I am passing this message. Test message or test commit. Test commit at first time. First time. Yes, now file name. File name. Okay. Now, example. Yes, git commit -m. So this is not correct here. Any one message. Any one message. Okay. Now I am passing that message here. Okay. Now what is the file name here? What is the file name? DevOps project. Sorry. Git install steps. Git install steps. .md. That's important. Whatever we are having, that take that file. Yes. This is the file name. Okay, guys. Now, after applying that, yes, you can apply that git status. Hit the enter. Yes, git status. Okay. Now you can't see the latest committed file or files and old committed files by git status command. Okay, now it's mean now we consider that what is that git installed steps.md file by git status command. Now you can see, yes, now I'm going to committing that git status. We didn't commit, now we are going to committing git commit -m that message. What is that? Yes, git install steps for Rocky Linux. Yes, what is that? Git install. Okay, this is one option. This is very important. Okay, 1 minute, guys. It's very important step. Of course, in my case, already I have expected this one for practically showing. So I didn't configure initially before coming into this file creation, adding and committing, because you want to see this step. This is very important, guys. We are getting that. Please tell me who you are. Git asking us. Git asking to who are going to committing these files. Now that person want to say, I am so and so person. So in general, in our day-to-day life, for example, if we take one example, just imagine it. So I'm the one person. I'm standing bus stand or something. I'm going somewhere. Yes, maybe you are also there. So I have some doubts. On that. Just imagine it. You and me both are on the road. So I have some doubts on you that. So I got one requirement. I want to get that details about you. Now I have started that question first. Hi, how are you? Maybe every person will respond, hi, I am fine. Maybe if they are having one doubt, they will ask them, may I know about you? Yes or no? Fine, I'll tell that. Okay, after that I'll raise one more question. Where you have to go? Okay, for which bus you are waiting for? Just maybe that is also reasonable answer. Okay, that person or you can give that answer. That's not a big issue there. So after that, yes, what about your family? Then he has started. Yes or no? So who are man? Why you are asking these details? Yes or no? See here also same like that. You are not accepting to give your information. Initially you are not accepted to give that information about you and your family. The same concept here also. Git should not accept your data. Git should not accept your data if you are not saying about you. Okay, if you are not going to saying about you, Git should not accept that. Yes, Git asking that you should give that details about you, your name and mail ID. Then only Git accept that. So why we need to give this mail ID and username? Guys, that's very important. So we'll discuss in next class. Just we need to finish the session. Okay, now first apply this one. Git config hyphen global user.name username. Yes, I am giving that CloudGen within the double quotes. It's mandatory. 100% you should apply the within the double quotes. Next, git config hyphen global git config hyphen global user dot email. Yes, mail ID. Okay, guys, fine. Now you can apply that same command. Now it's accepted. It's a one-time configuration. It's one-time configuration. Okay, next coming to that example. Whenever asked the question, please could you introduce your family details? Immediately you are asking that, who are you, man? Why you are asking that details? Okay, of course, I am one of the relative. I am one of your relative. You didn't see in the past. Okay, simply I am saying that I am your cousin or something, that I am your brother or something like blah blah. I am saying that. How? What is it? How? Who is your relation? Who is your parent? What is that father or mother name? Something you will ask that. Whenever I'll deliver that, oh, you are my relative. Fine. Now, are you okay to give that information or not? Yes or no? You will give that. Okay, you will accept to give that. See, but whenever you giving that details, and the next day, same time, we are meeting again the same place. I am asking that hi, or I am saying that hi, I am using that. Okay, brother or uncle, something like that. So next day, yes, are we going to asking again the same details? We are not asking no. Same here also. It's a one-time configuration. System won't ask you whenever you are going to committing next time. For example, yes, I'll show you that git status. Yes, I'm going to creating one more file. Touch DevOps git status git add space DevOps git status. Now git commit -m. Yes, test commit. Yes, DevOps. See guys, it's not asking. Okay, it's one-time configuration. Once you configure that username and password, so from there, system won't ask you your details. Okay, guys. Finally, we committed 2 files: git installs and DevOps file. Now, git status. See, guys. Now the files are located. Now the files are located in this committing area. If you want to see the latest commits, git show is a command. That command used to list the latest committed files into committing area. Now see, just now we have committed. One is the DevOps. I think this is the latest commit. Initially we committed git install. Before this file we committed git install steps. This is the latest committed file, DevOps, and this is the ID on this commit. Note that point. Just note that point in your brain. Okay, these are very important in future classes. We need to be discussed. Okay, guys. So this is the git show is a command. Git show is a command if you want to see the latest committed files. Now, so what we are doing that we are sending the files from local committing to remote mission. Local committing to remote mission. Now, git push origin branch name. Git push command. Yes. By this command, we can send the files from local committing area to remote GitHub repository. A remote GitHub repository. Yes, syntax git push origin branch name. Git push origin branch name. Okay guys, next example. Now git push origin branch name. Which branch? Why we need to use main branch? At present we are having only one branch. Okay, that's not correct. Either default or feature branch, whatever it may be, depends on your requirement. Okay, from which branch you want to send the files, you can choose that branch name. But for the present, at present we are having only one branch, that is the main branch. Inside this branch only we are having files. You got it now? Next, git push origin main. Just hit the enter. Successfully we send the files from local to remote. This is the example. This is the example for pushing the files local to remote. Now yes, the task is over. Whatever we did, whatever we have expected, yes, almost, not almost, 100% we did. Successfully we did. How we can see that result, final result? Yes, now come here, come into the repository remote, just refresh here. See guys. Okay. Before 3 hours we have created these files. Okay. But just now we have committed. It's take that committed time. 3 hours over. I think time zone different. So that reason actually we didn't start up to 6:30. Yes or no? Okay. But repository creation time is almost 1 hour ago. But these are the different. Maybe time zone is different. Time changes are different. Okay. Date. What is the date now? 17/2. Okay, so maybe this is the problem. The time is different. November 16. Okay, it's saying that 5. Okay, now it's the 5 o'clock. Before 3 minutes we have committed those files, or before 10 minutes, almost averagely on an average, yes, we committed at before 10 minutes. But it's a time is different, so that reason it's getting that error. Now 3 hours difference here. Now 8 o'clock time. Okay, so this is the process. Okay guys, this is the process to create a file, adding the file, committing the file, and pushing into repository. This is our regular process. Okay, you got it now? Yes, this is the flow. This is the flow process. Okay, this is the hierarchy, how the GitHub Git branch and file works in repository, Git repository and okay, GitHub. And this is the flow process to commit the file, to add the file, to creating the file, and pushing the file into remote repository. You got it now? Yes, any doubt here? Yes guys, any doubt?